Welcome to another edition of Thrift Store Book Finds. This one, I was really happy with this haul. I went to the thrift store. I went to the shelves where the books are. It's not a big area. It really isn't. And the shelves were kind of bare. And then I saw East of Eden by John Steinbeck, and I was like, no way. I've had a friend of mine who's a pretty smart person say that this was the best book he's ever read. I follow like the books subreddit on Reddit, and someone again like went on this reading journey for like 3 years. They read this, said this was the best book they've ever read. So I have a copy of it now. It's crazy for $1. Oh, so right when I saw this, I was like in this great mood. I'm like, wow, this is going to be a great day for thrift store finds. So East of Eden, John Steinbeck. What is it about, you ask? Adam Trask came to California from the east to farm and raise his family on the new rich land. But the birth of his twins, Cal and Aaron, brings his wife to the brink of madness, and Adam is left alone to raise his boys to manhood. One boy thrives, nurtured by the love of all of those around him. The other grows up in loneliness, enveloped by a mysterious darkness. Essentially, like what I've been kind of told is that it's kind of like the story of like Cain and Abel in the Bible. It has a lot of like biblical references, I believe. Anyways, Man, had to take a while to write this guy. So I was like, yeah, this is going to be a good day. Then, actually, the second one I noticed was Jordan Peterson's 12 Rules for Life. I remember back in my library days, public library days, I reserved this, and it took like 42 weeks for me to get the copy because it was so coveted and people wanted to read it. There's this whole movement with Jordan Peterson being, a very influential thinker in society, especially with young men. And I do admit that when I read it, I read like 2 chapters, and it just wasn't for me. I've had other people tell me, "Oh, read this book," but I don't know. For me personally, it didn't resonate as much. The book isn't for me. Like, I've been on a journey of self-discovery, self-transformation for over 3 years, and I think this book is more for people that are looking to start or to begin that journey. And so I'm just at a different stage, and I've watched a number of his videos on YouTube. Really like YouTube. I watch a lot of stuff on YouTube. And there's a lot of stuff. I know people find him controversial in some ways, or I'm not exactly sure why. A lot of the stuff is pretty straightforward. It's like how to live a good life, There are certain things that you kind of have to do to live a good life, in a way. And rules are an important thing, to put boundaries on yourself so that you can kind of be within those parameters. So it's good to have a copy of this because now I can lend it out to anybody, do whatever I want, This one was $2, so compared to, what is it usually in bookstores? Yeah, it's like $26. It's over $20, so good to have this book. So I got that. This next one is Saadat, Hasan, Manto Selected Stories. And what captured my attention with this is the cover. I really like it. Looks like an impressionist painting, and I really like that. So he was a writer from 1912 to 55. That was so I think what he tries to capture is kind of this British Indian kind of narrative. Let's see, the collection brings together stories from Manto's finest stories, ranging from his chilling recounting of the horrors of partition to his portrayal of the underworld, writing with great feeling and empathy about the fallen and the rejects of society. Manto, the supreme humanist, shows how the essential goodness of people does not die even in the face of unimaginable suffering. And I read that and I was like, yeah, I want to check this out. So the cover and just the kind of the portrayal of humanity and that alone, that kind of sentence really drew me in, and that's why I got this book. Never heard of them, but can always learn, right? This one is The House of Mirth by Edith Warton. What attracted me to this book, I feel like I've heard it before. I like the simplicity of this book cover and the spine. It's just, what I don't like about a lot of these books is the spines. I'm someone who coordinates my books on my shelves by colors. So the spines are very important to me. And I just like one color. Just make it one color. Make it very simple, right? So this book, let's see. What do we have an example of? Let's see. Yeah, like say, got Zen in the Art of Motorcycle Maintenance. The front is black, and the spine is gray. I don't like that. Makes it harder on me to organize. So I like simple ones. Just give it to me simple. And then you have like New York. Man, those buildings look so beautiful. That New York architecture, like Upper East Side, West Side, whatever it may be. Man, Manhattan's a cool place. So this is really about like someone navigating New York society. They come from like an affluent family, but then they lose their money, and she's turning 30, and she has to navigate kind of the potential of marriage, but her prospects are not as good anymore. So interesting to have on hand in the library. This one is called Less by Andrew Sean Greer. I've seen this at a lot of bookstores. It seems like a very popular book. It's a very new book, though. I don't like necessarily reading new books. There's this idea called the Lindy effect, where something non-biological is equivalent, its future is equivalent to its past in existence. So if a book has been around for 40 years, it's likely it will be in existence another 40 years. So new books, I'm always kind of hesitant. But I see this everywhere. It's about, instead of like $16, I got it for $1. So, I'll take a flyer on that for sure. Yeah, I'm always kind of suspicious of new books. Yeah, new books. I don't know. We'll see. But now I got a copy of it, so that's good. This one is Land of Big Numbers, and this one is about China, and obviously China. There's a lot of people that live in China, but I think this tries to bring about more of like a humanist perspective of the stories of the actual people in China. It's about the people. So let's look at this. A vivid portrayal of the men and women of modern China and its diaspora. Gripping and compassionate. Land of Big Numbers traces the journeys of the diverse and legion Chinese people, their history, their government, and how all of that has tumbled, messily, violently, and still beautifully, into the present. So I think this will provide a different perspective and kind of a fresh perspective on China and its people and culture. So I was really excited to find this one. By Chen. I was really excited for this one too. So it's called Urban Life and Readings of Anthropology of the City. And again, I love learning about cities, urban studies, sociology. The study of human beings and their cultural institutions in cities offers 26 readings, more than one half new or revised in the 4th edition. So this is like a textbook. An excellent book for students interested in classic and contemporary readings in urban anthropology. This book provides a good look at how anthropologists have tried to understand cities and city life. This is a first-class reader that covers the field very completely. These are reviews. So, always good to have books on urban living around. So this one's nice too because it has underlines in it, so people have gone through already and read this and highlighted, make notes. I always like finding books like that. You know, they assist in your reading. It's almost like you're reading kind of with somebody. So I was really excited about this book haul, starting with East of Eden, and just like a bunch of just solid books. So, and this is what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is like $8. There's probably another one in there that I don't have here. Yeah, under $10 again, you get these books and have them around, and can reference and can read them, and it's pretty exciting, isn't it? Oh. I love it.